Hello, people. Another beautiful day. Yeah. It's Friday. Hope your 5 cents is working. Health and strength is good. I was sitting here reading on some articles. Actually, I was reading some last night too. I think PCN Game had one talking about it. If Steam shut down, video games don't stop. If Steam shut down, man, you know what I'm saying? So video games don't stop, man. But really, when it comes to the Steam Deck, size doesn't mean anything, man. When it comes to the Steam Deck, size doesn't mean anything. It's what's under the hood that counts. When it comes to the Steam Deck, size does not mean a thing. 16 gigs of RAM, man. Look, I have seen all kind of handhelds come through video games, but Valve came out swinging. 16 gigs of RAM. So when I was asking you guys, is it 1 gig of RAM for the OS, 15 for games? Is it 2 gigs of RAM for the OS, 14 for games? Is it 3 gigs of RAM for the OS and 13 gigs of RAM for games, man? That's a serious question, man. So, you know, it's not the size of the Steam Deck, man. It's what's under the hood. Yeah. And when Valve said we could not find a game the Steam Deck couldn't run, that was a warning shot, man. To let you know that the video game landscape has changed. To let you know that you cannot come out here with no weak handheld and think you're just gonna get by, man. You might have gotten away with it in the console area, and then you try to hop over into the portable market and think, well, if we build something weak, we gonna get by. No. Valve just reinforced the issue. So yeah, power and specs matters in video games. Okay? Speed, power, and performance. Video games come down to 3 things when you make it: processing power, memory, and storage. Okay? So yeah, it's not the size of the Steam Deck. It's what's under the hood. And not only that, you can run Windows and Linux on it. Oh yeah. A lot of PlayStation fans are looking forward to it. Why? Because Death Stranding is on it. God of War. Horizon Zero Dawn. Yeah. And not only that, Uncharted is coming to the Steam Deck. The Legacy Collection. Yeah. It's not the size of the Steam Deck, man. It's what's under the hood. So yeah, goodbye Vita. Anyway, man. So yeah, the Steam Deck is good, man. So I seen these magazine editors talking about it's too big and all this nonsense. It ain't the size. It's what's under the hood. Okay. Yeah, that handheld gaming PC packs a punch, man. And you can connect it to your TV and connect it to any desktop monitor and run it. Oh yeah, the Steam Deck is good, man. What's today's date? The 4th? 21 more days. Size don't mean nothing, man. That little thing packs a punch, man. Yeah. What's gonna be funny? Look, what's gonna be funny is when you can run Gotham Knights on the Steam Deck. And you can't do it on the Switch. You can run Arkham Knight on the Steam Deck, but you can't do it on the Switch. You can run the Return to Arkham series on the Steam Deck, but you can't do it on the Switch. I mean, think of it. I've seen all kind of handhelds come through the market, from the Game Gear to all the Game Boys. And you're coming out here with 16 gigs of RAM. Valve is not playing around here. They tried with the Steam Link. Okay. What the saying go? If at first you don't succeed, try again. Yeah. And try they did. So yeah, the Steam Deck is good, man. So yeah, it's gonna be worth it when you really look at it. Yeah. But as far as Nintendo goes, to me, to me they should have stayed with the Wii U, Because I mean, this brings the Wii U back into the picture, because when you look at the Wii U, if you look at the Wii U and the 3DS, you see the Wii U and the 3DS. But if you look a little deeper, you see the PlayStation 1 versus Nintendo 64, CD versus cartridges, right? And if you look at the Wii U, the Wii U is the real 3DS. It's detachable. You don't have to dock it. It got that little holder. So what that means is you can build a console as powerful as you want and build a tablet as powerful as you want and let the two talk to each other. So Nintendo should have cut the 3DS off completely and focus on the Wii U. And all that stuff they were trying to do with the Switch, talking about they building a virtual console and taking games from the Wii U, that was a waste of time, because the Wii U already had the infrastructure. It needs to have some, and the Wii U needs some power. But Nintendo, they tried to avoid it, talking about we don't need a powerful console to play video games. So they built the Switch with low specs and then try to hide in the handheld market. But Phil Spencer warned everybody, sales ain't the end all be all to video games. Sony and Nintendo is not our competitors. What that means is that the video game industry is bigger than Sony and Nintendo. The video game industry does not evolve around Sony and Nintendo. Okay? So you do need a powerful console to run games. And they should have stayed with the Wii U and put some power behind it and keep on using it. But they went and built the Switch, and all they were doing was running into problems. And then come out here with 4 gigs of RAM. You built 4 switches. 4 switches. You had the original model. The second model you built with an extended battery life. Then you built the Switch Lite. Then you built the one with the OLED screen, and that was it. With 4 gigs of RAM, and you think that was it. Here comes Valve. They gave you 3 versions of the Steam Deck. And the good thing about those 3 versions, you can put a 2 terabyte SSD with either one. They all got 16 gigs of RAM each. So you're using 4 gigs of RAM versus 16, you're going to get outclassed. You're going to get outperformed. Yeah. Nintendo should have stayed with the Wii U and stopped lying to the public. So all this talk about we were trying to be different, we're going to do gaming on the go, we're going in a different direction. All that was a bunch of lies and nonsense. The answer was the Wii U. It was right in front of their face. They tried to avoid it because they don't believe in building powerful consoles. But now Valve is reinforcing the issue now. Okay, that's why they came out here with 16 gigs of RAM. Yeah, and when I was asking everybody that question, is it 1 gig of RAM for the OS? 15 for games. Is it 2 gigs of RAM for the OS? 14 for games. Is it 3 gigs of RAM for the OS? And 13 for games. Any one of those 3. Yeah, power and specs matters, man, in video games. Okay? Nintendo should have stayed with the Wii U. Okay? They had the infrastructure, they had the network, they had the feature. The system needs some power behind it and needs some more storage space on the CD. And not only that, the Wii U is portable too. So they had all angles, all direction locked down with the Wii U. They tried to avoid it. And what they did was build the Switch and open a can of worms. So here comes the Steam Deck. Here comes the ANEO. Yeah. Power and specs matters. Okay? And a lot of these Switch tubers on YouTube, they try to sales this, sales that. The video game industry is bigger than sales. Okay? It ain't the size of the Steam Deck. It's what's under the hood. Yeah. That's what's up. Okay? It's gonna run games, man. That the Switch can't. The Steam Deck is gonna run games that the Switch can't. Speed, power, and performance. Power and specs matters, man. So yeah, the Steam Deck is good, man. So yeah. Nintendo, on the other hand, they should have stayed with the Wii U. And they were, matter of fact, they had an infrastructure in place. I mean, if you look at the Wii U tablet, you're looking at a 9-inch screen across, widthwise. Lengthwise, it's like 7. And the Wii U was just missing the GameCube, and that was it. They had a virtual console with a Miiverse. The infrastructure of the Wii U needed some work, and they refused to do it. So they think building something new always solves the problem. That's not always the case. And then you built 4 Switches using the same amount of RAM, and you were just going to sit there and then nobody's going to come out and challenge you on it? Well, Valve just did. And the first statement they issued out to let you know that they meant business: we could not find a game the Steam Deck could not run. That is a serious statement. Okay? Yeah. You can't cheat this video game industry. Valve ain't even cheating the video game industry. Nintendo tried to cheat the video game industry. We don't believe in building powerful consoles. Valve don't cheat the video game industry. Valve came out. We could not find a game the Steam Deck could not run. That is a serious statement. And how long has Nintendo been in the game industry? You should have stayed with the Wii U. Okay? You had an infrastructure, you had a network, you had features. In order to keep all of that running, you need some power behind it. And then you went and waste your time and built the Switch. Okay? And then you had YouTubers on Switch trying to come out. Oh, Nintendo is updating the Switch. Yeah, that was to quiet the storm. The Wii U would have saved you some time and some money, and you would have made more if Nintendo would have did their due diligence. But they didn't. Their philosophy is build something new all the time. Something new all the time is not always the right answer. The answer was right in front of your face, the Wii U. You had console covered, you had handheld covered. So you continue using it. And before Microsoft bought ZeniMax Bethesda or Activision Blizzard, there were plenty of games you could have gotten running on the Wii U. So before the deal go down, you would have had them. Say like Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion, just to give you an example. So yeah, it ain't always about sales, man. You know, the Wii U is a nice console. Should have kept using it. But you went and built the Switch, sitting out there in open with just the Switch alone. Then here comes Valve with the Steam Deck. And the Steam Deck is not alone out there in the gaming market by itself. It has its cousin, the laptop, and its bigger brother, the desktop. With the Wii U, you had a handheld and a console. With the Switch is out in the water by itself. Yeah, the landscape has changed now. Now that Microsoft has made the moves that they made. Yeah. Yeah, video games have changed, man. The Steam Deck is no joke. That handheld packs a punch, man. 16 gigs of RAM, man. 16. And all this talk about we're going to build a beefier Switch. Well, prove it. Prove it. You know, a 4K Switch, a beefier Switch. Prove it. Matter of fact, 4K is obsolete. 4K is obsolete now. It's up to 8K now. So now prove it. The landscape has changed. These games, they're big now. They're open world. They're huge. It ain't the size of the Steam Deck. It's what's under the hood. It can run games. Yeah. It ain't the size, man. It's what's under the hood. No. Today's games now are big open world. Like I just said, you know, they're big, they're open world. You know? You need a console for that. You know? You need something powerful to handle all that. You can't shortchange today's gamers. They're not gonna go for it. They're not gonna go for it. No. Okay. You need a powerful console to run video games, man. You do. Yeah. So yeah, the Steam Deck is no joke, man. Today's what? The 4th? The 4th of February? The 4th? Yeah, 21 more days. And it's here. The landscape has changed, man. No. And the handheld market now is going to get real competitive now. No. It ain't about you know, it ain't about who sell the most anymore. You got to come with something powerful now, because based on the way today's games are being built. You know? Yeah. So yeah, the Steam Deck right now, size don't mean nothing. It's what's under the hood. Yeah. The landscape has changed, people. We're just in the, we're just in February, just 4 days into February, man. And the way the games are coming now. Anything below 12, anything below, say, like, what, 12 gigs of RAM is a joke, man. That's how bad it is now. That's how bad it is now. Valve did their homework, man. 16 gigs of RAM. A portable PC? They did their homework. The Sony fans are gonna love the Steam Deck because of the PlayStation games going to Steam. Windows users love it. Mac users love it. And of course the Linux users. So yeah. 16 gigs of RAM. Yeah. February 25th. Anyway, I'm going to leave this video for y'all to enjoy. Nice talking to you people again. Chris. Still Star Wars and Star Trek thing. Poor Dark Side. Go.